Mic check, mic check, mic check. I probably need to speak up. Oh, man. All right. Come on, let's do this. The live always be tripping. All right, drop them cities. Come on, give me some motivation. Drop them cities. Who I'm talking to, where I'm at, where y'all at. Victoria was good. Just Blaze was good. Peace and blessings back to you. Detroit in the building. Visionary was good. Okay. Got people in the building. Let me turn this up. Sonia was good. Devin was good. Adero's Food Service. Shout out to you. I got Seattle in the building. I got Detroit in the building. Javon, what's going on? Brenda. Daily Best was good with your fam. Shout out to you. I appreciate you in the building. Paula Owens was good. Couples Conquer, Maryland in the building. Florida in the building. All right. That was quick. Dang. Man, I appreciate the love, bro. It's crazy. I can't even read them off quick enough, man. They just coming in. Nah, I'm holding on for 2 seconds. I'm gonna try to get these in, man. I just want to show y'all some love. All right, I got Pamela, Annie, Patty, Margaret, Asa, Darren, Cleveland in the building, Toledo, North Carolina. Shout out to everybody from North Carolina. Shout out to anybody that I done met too, man. Let's see. Murrow, Georgia, DFW. What's that? Dallas? That's Dallas, right? Dallas in the building. San Francisco. Texas, Ohio. Appreciate the love, man. Shout out to everybody. All right. So as usual, I done made a big fuss and got everybody's attention, right? This no tip, no trip thing. Made the video, tried to wait as long as I could, to be completely honest. I just want to be completely clear. I don't have a problem with no tip, no trip, right? I don't have a problem with people having the freedom and flexibility to make their own decisions about the orders that they take. But when it starts to impact us overall, right? When it starts to get us in trouble, when it changes the perception of the people that tip us, then I think as a whole, we got to circle the wagons, right? We got to stand up, right? And in a lot of cases, I'm gonna just say the rest of that for later. But yeah, so that just has led me on a tour. This is what I'm gonna call it. Led me on a tour. Y'all know me. I'm running for president, right? I want to be heard, so I want to be able to voice my agenda on as many platforms as possible. And I think Pedro is got to be one of the biggest places to start, just because of the history that me and him have had, and the platform that he has built for himself, to be completely honest with you. So I'm excited for that. I got that going down in about 30 minutes. I said I was going to wait till the game was over with. I don't even think the game is over, but I just wanted to jump on here and show y'all some love, man. Bohemian Monkey, what's going on? Brittany, shout out to you. Let's see. Shay, what's going on? Shout out to you. Man, I done met some really great people along the way, man. Definitely. Shout out to everybody I done met along the way. What's going on, Vaughn? What's going on, man? I see you. Come on, somebody ask me a question. Anybody got any questions for me? I'm really just chilling. I don't do the live thing. I don't know. I just be sitting here. I'll be sitting here twiddling my thumb, looking at y'all looking at me. Do I invest in stocks? Yeah, I do. I've been like, I had a video game when I was a kid about the stock market, and I pretty much have like slowly but surely invested along the way. I want to do more, and I think this year is going to be a great year to invest. But yeah, I do a lot of REITs, ETFs, and then like just the stuff you buy on an everyday basis. Okay, so what should we do with the no tips? I think this is what I'm going to say, right? I think this is going to be a long-term approach. I'm going to stop the chat real quick so I can answer all of the questions. I think this is going to be a long-term approach, right? I think overall, we got to raise the perception, right? We got to find some way, right, just to change how the customers see us overall. I think tipping is a very sensitive topic, right? And I think no matter what we do, we're going to have some customers that just refuse to tip. And I think that's where we should have some type of program or some type of backing like we had similar to the guaranteed minimum before. But the one thing that we can do right here and right now is just simply just to turn the orders down, right? By us turning the orders down, it literally just gets it off your screen and puts that burden back on DoorDash. So if they want this order to be delivered, then they're gonna have to increase the pay, right? That's just period point blank. If it's that serious to them, and they're not gonna like tell the customer we can't find a dasher for you or something like that. I mean, they could, but I'm not gonna do that. But I think it's a long term approach. Short answer, it's gonna be a long term approach, but right here, right now, man, we just turning those orders down, getting them off the screen. Because to be completely honest with you, and I'm gonna just be completely honest, right? If you can do 6 orders an hour at $8 a piece, that's $48, right? That's right, right? 6 times 8, 8 times 8, that's 48. All right, cool. So that's $48 an hour, right? So all we really got to do is focus on finding the quality orders that we can deal with right here, right now. We don't need 100% of the orders, right? And we don't, and there's no minimum acceptance rate. So focusing on the orders that we really cannot control is not gonna help us out. Like, it's good money out there. Have I got my 1099? All right. So I I need to check my email, right? I know a couple people have gotten an email where they've been able to access their 1099 like this weekend. So I would definitely tell you to go into the app. Okay, so if you I pause. This is why I pause. If you're like me, I have the customer app and I have the Dasher app. Okay, so we really can't make any changes inside of the Dasher app. You have to go inside of the customer app. So check the email that's inside of the customer app and see if your 1099 got sent to you over there. But I would definitely expect to get that here in a little while. And the question that I have really is, what are we going to do about taxes? Are we going to hire somebody to do them? Are you going to try to do them yourself, like with a program or something like that? And we're going to do them, right? Let's all make a commitment just to do them, just so we keep ourselves out of trouble, me included. Me included. Um, what if I lost my red card? All right, don't mark it lost. Get online and order one. You can order like a brand new red bag and the red card. That's the quickest way to get the red card. If you just order the red card by itself, it's gonna take like a month to get to you. But don't mark it lost until you get a new one. You really don't need it, to be completely honest with you. I have one and I got a backup one. I don't even have it inside of the app because I don't even take those orders. Um, Mickey, where's your question? Rachel, it's gonna be a little slow, to be completely honest with you. Um, but I definitely think that it'll pick up. I definitely think it'll pick up here in the next couple of weeks. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up on these questions. Visionary says, "How do you feel about dashing on an e-bike?" I think that would be dope. We got a lot of downtown. I think I could do it with the e-bike. If not the bike, definitely the scooter. Right? I think the scooter would be super dope to try with. That bike make my calves hurt just thinking about it. To be completely honest with you. When is the package delivery? So it's package the returning the packages for the customer. That program already started. I've already seen some people here in my Charlotte area who've already done that package return program. My homeboy told me that he had to wait in line and return the packages. This is my thing. Okay, so if you've ever taken anything to the post office, you know that like if it's like if you're good to go, like if all you need to do is just drop it off, you can skip the line, right? So I think that we can just skip the line and we can just drop it off. But he said that he had to wait in line. I had another guy who took the package. I asked him how much did he get paid, and I need to check that just to see if they answered that question. Um, Amanda, I appreciate you. Definitely, I appreciate you. I know y'all got questions all down at the bottom, right? I'm trying to catch up. Flex, I appreciate that, bro. Definitely, I appreciate that. Flex just dropped the little $3 tip on me. Drop the base pay on your boy. Shout out to you. Let's see what we got going on. All right. So what made me want to do DoorDash? I I don't want to do any type of corporate job. I don't want to be any type of corporate position again. Being able to get up, go where I want to, being able to travel and work as I travel, all of these things were appealing to me. And being able to just take my time back so that I could work on other projects was just something that's always been appealing to me. Like I've always had a job and a side hustle. So just being able to like side hustle, side hustle, side hustle, pay my bills like that was just one thing. And to be completely honest with you, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about this is because I don't want to go back, right? Like I don't want to go back. I'm very thankful every day that I don't have a corporate job, right? That I'm able to make the decisions that I can on the fly if I just want to lay in the bed or if I want to, I don't know, go to some type of seminar, if I want to have lunch with my kids, if we want to, go out of town or whatever, take a road trip or whatever the situation may be, we're able to do that. Just having that flexibility was just something that's always been appealing to me. So that's how I got into gig work altogether. All right, King B says, what's up with the 250 for 10 miles? Honestly, I don't see them, to be completely honest with you. And I think maybe if I was in like a smaller market, I would see those orders. But yeah, nah. And I think I laugh every time I see that, right? I laugh every time I see that just simply because I think that's like a really big exaggeration. Ooh, Chinese New Year celebration? Shut up. Say the lounge is here. Shout out to Mr. Flex, bro. If y'all don't know, Mr. Flex has got it's the taxi lounge, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyways, he's got the live stream with a lot of gig workers, a lot of great people holding some really great conversation, man. So y'all make sure y'all check out Mr. Flex. You feel me? Cheap plug, okay? I'm gonna call it a cheap plug, but definitely gonna get that in there. Y'all check out Mr. Flex. Shout out to Behemoth Monkey. Let's see what other questions I got in here. This thing, can I say this? Right? Okay. We just gonna let our hair down. All right. So it says, who gets high while dashing? Press 7. All right. And press 7. Don't press 7. But check me out. All right. Cool. 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 Javon Hodges says, what should dashers write off on your taxes? All right. I'm gonna do a video on this. I'm gonna give you, let's just say 6 or 7 things that you should write off on your taxes. If your driver Mike doesn't beat me to it, shout out to your driver Mike, bro. I think your boy is out here hustling, right? Your boy's out here hustling. Shout out to him. But if he doesn't beat me to it, either way, we'll just do the same video. But I'll put myself on a deadline, and we'll say February the 1st. All right, cool. So I'll give that to you. I'm gonna give you 6 things, but what I'm gonna tell you is get in the comments, because in the comments you're just gonna see a little bit of everything. But anything that you see, I don't want to say take with a grain of salt, but I'm definitely gonna say write it down and research it yourself. That's definitely what I'm gonna throw out there for you. I got another one about the Hyrecar. Y'all got that? Got that? Somebody said they got a rental off Turo. I had some concerns about that. I wonder if that was like profitable. I think Toro's a little higher as far as like the daily than like a regular rental car place. But yeah, that's dope. How much money you making? That's Danny. Shout out to Danny. How much money you making? Talk to me. Do we get details for mileage? My short answer is yes, right? So DoorDash should send you an email. When they send you the information about the 1099, it should be like a separate link or something to show you the mileage that they calculated. Now, this is what I'm going to say. I need to double check how they calculate the mileage, but I think at one point in time, it was just from the restaurant to the customer. So anything before you got to the restaurant or any of those between miles were not calculated. So what I'm going to say is, and it's never too late to start, but if you don't have some type of program that will allow you to track your miles, you need to go ahead and just get that now. Just start that now and just make it a conscious effort, even if it's not consistent. Sometimes being consistent is being inconsistent, right? But just make it a habit as often as possible to just get in there. Start tracking your miles. Start tracking your miles. That's literally free money, right? Like that's just free money. So make sure y'all make sure you do that. Um, Alfonso, you said you moved. How do I change my address? All right, see, this is what I'm talking about. See, you might have to go into the customer app and update your address inside of the customer app. If you cannot do it in there, I would just go ahead and contact DoorDash. But to be completely honest with you, they're not tripping. The 1099 is sent digital, and there's nothing that's really mailed to you that would just be like, okay, we're going to send it to the address on file. So there's no real immediate need to update that. I would say make sure that your license is updated because once your license expires in the system, they're going to ask for an updated one. So make sure, you know what I'm saying, you get that updated. All right, boom. Restaurants take the tip sometimes. Yes. So if the restaurant initiates the catering order, they could potentially take the tip. Yes. And that's why like the upside down orders, that's why the when it comes in with a high number of items, but the pay is just kind of low, it's like kind of janky. That's one of those orders. That's why I just say stay away from those orders. Um, Daily Best says, what do you think the reason is for them taking away the item count? Okay, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I try to be humble, okay, but I can't really deny the influence that I think I have. All right, so for years I've been killing them with that item count, right? Like that item count is telling us the orders for the hidden tips, and I think that they're trying to steer us away from finding those orders with the hidden tips that I've been telling y'all about for years, for years, for years, for years. And I think that is the main reason why they took away the item count, man. That's the only thing that I can think of. That's the only benefit that they have, right? That's the only thing that they get out of it is us not being able to see the hidden tips anymore. Let's see. Okay, so I got TurboTax. I got a couple people saying TurboTax. I thought I saw something else in there too. Cal, I got you. The tax deductions, I got you. I hope that answered your question earlier. Super Bowl Sunday, I got a video coming for that. As a matter of fact, if I got any content creators in here, I came out with that list earlier. Let me just check the time real quick. I came out with that list earlier this month of the 6 videos, and I think I got maybe 4 of them knocked off on the list. I got a couple more to do, but I'm gonna try to do the exact same thing for February. But the Super Bowl video is gonna be one of those videos. So if you're a content creator and you're thinking about what you're gonna do for the month of February, talking about your expectations for Super Bowl and your expectations for Valentine's are going to be 2 really big videos. It's going to be a great way for you to demonstrate your expertise, for you to get some great engagement from other people, as well as talk about something that's super relevant, super relevant. So that's going to be a great topic, and I'll get it out there. So Super Bowl, the really big thing with Super Bowl is going to be peak pay. Okay, so Super Bowl, peak pay is going to make or break Super Bowl. So that's what I'll say about that. All right. Yeah, I still have not tried. It says the $10 an hour sucks. I still haven't tried to pay by order. Shout out to Pedro because I see that he's tried that a couple of different times. But yeah, man, I got to get out there and try that. To be completely honest, I just be like, oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I still have goals, right? Like I have goals for what I'm trying to do with my DoorDash money, and I'm not really sure that I want to mess up my long term goals to even try that out. But I think for the sake of the community, I need to try to make a video with that. So again, I'm going to dedicate myself to that, and I'll bring that out in February too. Really interested in taking care of the drivers. Do you think they'll fade drivers out or just getting new drivers? All right. So I read an article that said that they thought that there would be more drivers added to the gig economy this year than any other year previously, just simply because of the recession. So with that being said, I really think that their focus is on bringing in new drivers, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, yeah, there's a thing called the life cycle of a dasher, right? Like that's a real thing, the life cycle of a dasher. So at some point in time, and it's not really anything to be mad about. Shout out to everybody that's found something else that's made them happier or put them in a better position than DoorDash, whether it be in corporate or not, because I know a couple people have already left at the top of the year. But yeah, I think the focus is going to be on new dashers. Again, another reason why I think we got to take care of the platform. But all right, boom. Why won't they invest their profits into making the platform stable? I wish I could answer that. Like, I really wish I could answer that. I wish that they would fix the on-time rating, right? Because that joint is driving me crazy. Let's see here. So, should you drive? Should you park at restaurants or drive around and catch orders? Okay, so I I'm funny, right? But I consider myself to be a shark, right? So sharks don't sit still; they continue to move. So I'm out here. I'm on the hunt. I'm looking for the best orders. So I'm not really sitting down. But okay, you catch me like towards the end of my dash when it's almost like nap time, or I'm a little tired. If it's been a good day, maybe I got some food. I'm trying to just like smash my food or something like that real quick. I will post up. I will say this though. I've been experimenting. So here in Charlotte, in the morning, it'll pick up from like 8 to 10, and then it'll die down from like 10 to 11. So that period from 10 to 11, we have a restaurant that's just like all DoorDash orders, right? Like it's just it's not even a ghost kitchen, but it's like a ghost restaurant. I just park outside of there, right? Because I figure all of their orders have got to come from DoorDash, some type of food delivery platform. And I'm just thinking, hoping in my head that me being right there, they'll just send them to me. It's kind of been working out for me. To be completely honest, I've been getting the orders before I even get there, so I haven't been able to like. And then that one catering order come in and be like $35, and then you'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go sit at the restaurant and eat some French toast real quick or something like that. Let's see here. Shout out to Light. It says, "Are you a shield?" I told my son this the other day, right? So I had never heard of this word before. We saw it in a movie. I don't even remember what the movie was. What we was watching, and they were saying shield, and I told you I didn't even know what. You remember what that was? Mm-hmm. Anyways, so we watching a movie, and I was telling him the exact same thing. So before I started making DoorDash videos, I literally had no idea what that word meant. I had to Google that word. So yeah, no. When I think of that word, I think of like a Trojan horse or something like that, and definitely not. So the thing that is consistent with me, no matter what you say about me or no matter what you think about me, the tips that I give people literally really work. Right? Like you can go through the comments all day, every day, and you can see where people are able to take the things that I've been able to put in these videos and help them. So when you think about that from that standpoint, what I've been able to do for the community, right? Your focus is really on the wrong thing. It's sad, it really is, because you could probably benefit too, but there again, you focus on the same thing. So I hope that answers your question. I appreciate that $2 again. Just throw that little base pay at me. You feel me? I appreciate that, my boy. Shout out to you. All right, let's see what we got popping. 9:49. All right, so we got a few more minutes. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. We gonna jump. KC. I ain't even saying nothing else before I shout out KC. Shout out to KC. Shout out to Walt too. I don't know, Walt, if you hear me. Hold on. Hold on. My son over here watching TV. Shout out to Casey. Casey, when did you get in, bro? You with 5,000-6,000? Casey been rocking with me for a minute, always showing me love, always dropping comments, always giving me some encouragement. So I just want to take a second and shout out to my dog. Shout out to you, my boy. Let's see. Let me get some other questions in real quick. Say you make more on Uber in your area. You know what? And I think that's going to be the case in some areas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they just came out with the numbers and said DoorDash had like 56% of the market share. So we definitely on the right boat. But to be completely honest with you, this is not something that you got to do solo. So you have the ability to just get it in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? You can do your thing. It says, why can't DoorDash use a wait list? I think they had a wait list. Okay. Can I do this? So I don't want to take away from talking with Pedro, but I think this is a great question. So Tommy asks, why can't DoorDash use a wait list? I see new dashers, like new ones every day. Okay. So the fact that we don't have a minimum acceptance rate, and the fact that there's no way to phase out new dashers. Okay, so you've been a dasher since 2019, but you haven't really dashed since 2020. You could download the app, you could log back in, and you could start taking orders almost immediately. This is going to mess with like forecasting. Okay, so they know how many dashers that they have, but they don't know how many dashers they're going to have active. And then even of the dashers that they do have active, there again, no minimum acceptance rate. So there's no way to really know what these dashers are going to take. And I think in order to make sure that they have dashers in the area, they stopped doing the wait list. I kind of wish they would go back to that. I think that's a really good question. It's a really good point, especially in some of these areas, man. But I think this is the question that I have. So, would you guys, as active dashers, right? Would you be open to a situation where dashers were like voluntarily deactivated? So something where you could reapply if there were openings in your area, but in that situation, like I just gave you, okay, so you signed up in 2019, you got 3,000 deliveries, you went full time for 6 or 7 months, 8, 9 months. Your car broke down, you got a real job, and you haven't DoorDash since. So now here it is, 2023. At January of 2023, would you be okay with that person's account being deactivated to try and help minimize saturation? So that's a question that I got for you. That's an idea I had for a while, but I know how people get. I don't want to get beat up no more than I already do. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna drive around and catch them orders all day, baby. And say, leave my car on for the first hour at Dash. What you mean leave your car on, Leo? What you mean leave your car on? Scott Reeves, what's good? What's going on, my guy? Sitting in a parking lot central to the restaurants in my area to wait to catch the orders. I like that. I'm cool with that. I think that'll work. I mean, I think you know your area better than I do. Let me say it like that, right? Like, I don't. You feel me? Delivery with a purpose. I want to give you a shout out too. You got some great things going on. You got some great content too. Keep pushing, keep doing your thing. If I can help you out in any way, shape, or form, I'll be super busy, super busy. But if there's any way I can help you out in any way, shape, or form, reach out to me, hit me. You know you got my line. Hit me. Do you ever dash after midnight? Nope, I don't. Nope, I don't. I take my son to school, drop him off at 8. I dash till about 11, 11:30. I may get back out and take care of the rest of lunch, like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Used to, don't really anymore. 11:30 is probably about the latest. I'll get back out 4:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock at the latest. I'm done. I'm back. I'm back at the house. But when I go out of town, yes, I just dash because it helps me see the city, right? You get to see things, you get to see the restaurants, you get to see what's popping, where you want to go to, and all of that good stuff. So if I'm out of town, if I'm like outside of my market traveling or something like that, I might do something after midnight, but on a regular basis, nah. We're going to start a petition for them to fix the app. We got to figure out what we want them to fix first, and then we're going to get them to fix the app. Angel David, shout out to you. I appreciate the love, bro. Obsessed trout fishing. Okay. Top dasher. It's a LOP, LOP. I'm gonna assume that's top, like top dasher. You got the requirements. It's got to be at the top of the month. The one thing that I say is don't like meet the minimum requirements. I'm not even gonna assume. I'm gonna assume that you exceeded that, right? But that's what I'm gonna say. It's got to be like a timing thing, especially with the rolling average. Delivery with a purpose. Nah, thank you. I need people like you. You feel me, right? Like sometimes I feel like I'll be out here fighting by myself. Shout out to Zilla, right? Shout out to my homie Zilla. Y'all make sure y'all check my homie out too. I post him on my Instagram sometimes too. He's got some real good content, but there's some people out here that are really making good content, right? Like there are really some nice guys and gals out here who are making good content for people to really help people who want to do this, right? Like who really want to make good money. Delivery with a Purpose is one of those people. Ryan with Zilla is one of those people. Dash Theory TV is one of those people. So yeah, man, I think that like we gotta link up. We gotta do this together. We gotta stand up together because the other side is super loud, right? Like you see the dude, right? Like he paid to call me a shield. Like where do they make these people at, right? Like they are super loud about the way that they feel, and if we don't stand up, if somebody don't stand up, then people on the outside are gonna start to think that everybody feels that way, and everybody don't feel that way. You see that video? What? That thing said 168,000 views. Is that what it said? I'm gonna just check real quick. Pull that up. Vet, thank you. I appreciate the support. Yeah, that video almost had 200,000 views. No. Mm-mm. Should DoorDash pay us for gas? I think so. Shoot, but I think if they pay us for gas, we don't get to write it off on our taxes though. So I think that's the large order program. Okay, I got you. I think if they pay us for gas, we're not gonna get that. We got 3 minutes left. I'm gonna try to get on a few more questions because I don't want to be late. Oh yeah, cool. Y'all know I got my office. Another thing that I'm super appreciative of. I'm just a kid from the country, man. And I got an office like crazy. But anyways, I left the charger for my computer at the office. Like, so I'm gonna try to rock this computer out with what I got. But I want to be on the computer instead of the phone. Anyways, all right. Obsessed trout fishing. Boom. Large order program. So they're really phasing out the large order program, right? So there's no way. So at one point in time, the large order program, the main benefit of it was that you could see the orders and you could schedule them ahead of time, right? So they phased that out. So there's no more scheduling ahead of time. There's no more picking them up ahead of time. So they've kind of phased it out, putting people in it. Like what I'm gonna say is all you need to do is really get a bag, right? Like just get the bag, call DoorDash, see if you can get somebody from support and tell them to put you in, like tell them to give you access to those orders. That's the only way to get in there right now, bro. Like they're not sending out any more emails telling people, watch the video or anything. Like those days are unfortunately over. It's all one. Nomadic gig econ mom. I'm not a dasher. What do you do? I'm interested. Dang it. All right. We're gonna get out of here. Nah, every hat that I have has a tag on them. I don't know. Somebody asked me about that before. Like we just don't take the tags off. Price tag included. I don't know. It just what it is, what it is. But 76 red pill. Shout out to you, Darren. Shout out to you, Elizabeth. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Sonia, thank you. Alan, shout out to you. The Lone Wolf, shout out to you. Yvette, man, I appreciate all of the love and support. Hey, if I could just say old school 90s with the tag, you already know. It's back when, see, I got the tag on the top. That's back when we had all of the tags. It was like 3-4 tags on that joint. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Please set a minimum. Test your minimum. All right, just do that for me every month, just once a month, couple months. You feel me? Couple dashes out of the month. Just all right, is my minimum still good? Can I take it up? Do I need to take it down? Set some real goals for 2023 and make time to crush your goals. All right, just make time to research and take baby steps for it. All right, boom. My hat says CLT. Doesn't they blocked it just because of what you wrote. All right, but we out, man. I appreciate y'all. I am. Oh, this is what I'm gonna do. Because that was really the whole point. All right, hold on, hold on. Pedro might be mad. Pedro sent me an email that said 9:15. I thought he said 10 o'clock. All right, I just dropped the link. It's 135 people in here right now. I need 75 people to click that link and meet me over there right now, okay? Because I'm going over there right now. Again, shout out to everybody. Shout out to KC. All right, not KC. Shout out to KC, but Kansas City too. Shout out San Francisco. Yeah, and then shout out my boy Ice Cold Burrow. All right, we're on the way, man. I need 50 people right now. Come on, we gone. Come on, we leaving. We out right now. It's free. We gone.